Welcome to the meditation practice. Naturally, invite an inner smile to accompany the mind during this practice in companionship of light. Trust in the knowing that support is always at hand, and during a moment of inner reflection such as meditation, one is enhancing the directive communication that is accessible. Go within and encourage that inner smile to complement your breathing now. Invite the breath naturally to move effortlessly across the lower ribs as one breathes with the greatest of ease diaphragmatically. How wise is one who takes the opportunity daily to connect consciously to the high aspect of the self and incarnation. Refine that inner smile in appreciation. Imagine that during this practice you are directly communicating to your over-self. That aspect that harbors all wisdom and has the potential to bring to you enhanced clarity of your divine incarnation and purpose. Go within. Now scan the body, whereby you can note the spine alignment. Imagine your spine as an antenna, and as it is adjusted correctly, one can receive and connect far easier in stillness. Note how the mind finds you in thoughts, interaction. Be kind to yourself, whereby one can appreciate all of life's experiences thus far, yet one does not need to harbor any thoughts of impressions or experiences that had in any way caused misalignment, be it physically, emotionally, or mentally. Imagine that you're choosing to peel away that outer layer that allows you the association with humanity and the planet Earth during this practice, as you allow the inner self to be fully animated. Be loving to thyself. It would be easy for someone to act on one's behalf. But is that proactive and productive for the greater good of yourself in the long run? First, we find inspiration. Then we act upon that inspiration to achieve the benefits of that inspiration. Let's utilize this meditation practice as such a support and companionship in light. And as you breathe, take this opportunity to allow the lungs to work efficiently. Recognize that often the breath is not as fluid and conscious to your benefit as one would appreciate it. In meditation, one aims to extract from the breath the vital life essence to open the door of the mind consciously. Recognize there are numerous practices and variables in theories. One aim is to find distillation and activate one's own natural, innate nature in awakening. Go within. What is truth? In decades to come, will the same truth reside within you as it is now? Why should one take time in inner reflection, contemplation, meditation, or any practices such as that? And if one takes quality time in prayer, how has one found the byproducts of the practice? But yet, what if you allowed yourself to find the inner code of divine communication? Put it to the test during this practice. Let go through those limbs. You shall find that one's posture is correctly aligned and that body finds comfort in relaxation. Tension dissipates. And as tension dissipates, the mind instinctively finds stillness internally. When you choose to go to sleep, are you aware of the exact moment that you're asleep and you find yourself in that delta and theta wavelength of frequencies? Are you aware that during that time of rest that you are actually sleeping or dreaming? But what if you found the formula to be conscious during that practice? This is one of the aims of stillness in meditation. To move the brain from that conscious waking state to that relaxed mode, yet further to that state where one would call the dream state, but yet one remains fully alert, to that deeper state beyond dreaming, to that delta mode, yet one remains fully alert and conscious. That is the theory, until one has had personal experience in replication. Let's utilize this practice to further enhance one's internal distillation. Bring on board an inner smile. There are numerous techniques, numerous mantras, resuscitations, visualization techniques and so on, but they all have an objective. The aim is to be conscious in drawing to you the precise formula for your timeline in evolution. As one hears the Om, is one aware of the meaning and the aim of that practice and frequency. What if during this practice you chose to mentally begin to replicate the Om frequency? Upon the exhalation, mentally. And upon the inhalation, one may add to it Tat Sat. The exhalation, one resonates the tone, the frequency of Om. And on the inhalation, mentally recite Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. And perhaps, if one is further curious, one may take quality time in seeking the translation of the expanded understanding of the Om Tat Sat. Put it to the practice now. But if the mind finds distraction, lovingly bring it back to the practice. The exhalation, one mentally flows with the frequency of Om, and on the inhalation, one brings to the mind Tat Sat. Go with it. Om. Tat Sat. And the Om is traditionally practiced. The Ah commences at the back of the throat, and as it moves up with the breath towards the palate, it makes the sound Ooh. And as it flows across to the palate towards the lip, out, it makes the sound Om, instinctively to activate the glands in the brain. Thus practiced correctly, one finds correct attunement. Recognize that when you hear the mantra, you will notice that the mantras are pronounced in a specific frequency in order. This is your life. utilize the full benefits that is available to you 24/7. And once one finds alignment with the resonance of the body, mind, and essence, the doorways of the divine self shall instinctively find one within its multi-dimensional matrix in reflections. But only through your personal experience can you find validity in the practice. Go within. Om on that exhalation, and Tat Sat on that inhalation. Utilize the mental influence upon the resuscitation. Trust that the simpler the practice, the more profound its effect upon the mind in stillness. The aim is to have deeper access to the divine self within. Go within. Continue to invite the inner mind to find attunement with you in replication. Note the whole universal frequencies entrainment continues to flow through this entire matrix in communication. Thus, the life that awaits shall find one in attunement in the tones of frequencies of past impressions, such as one is now replicating. Om Tat Sat. In personal initiation, with the correct guidance of one who has already found enlightenment, one is given one's personal code for practice. But one should not take that lightly. Allow your mind to bring to you the correct key to freedom in greater understanding of your total self. In human form of expression. Go within. Continue to note how easy it is for the mind to find greater freedom from that conscious state of awareness down to that relaxed mode as you flow towards that deeper state simply known as samadhi. The divine bliss, the elixir of life. The amritam, the nectar that is activated once the correct tone in resonance flows your entire body. Go within. Tat Sat. Om. It is stated that it is easy for one to focus externally. But to allow the mind to find internal focus shall bring forward far greater understanding in awakening. Thus we have the two polarities. The sun, the moon, the Surya, the Chandra, the Ida, the Pingala. With the polarities of life, one finds perfect balance through the companions in light. The subconscious reflects impressions of the conscious in replication. Thus one has habits. Here one is rekindling the flames of divine awakening. Om Tat Sat. Whatever you replicate shall find you instinctively in impressions of attraction. Om Tat Sat. The arc commences towards the back of the throat as the breath moves across the palate. The natural sound of Wu finds frequency in entrainment. Thus, as it moves through the lips, the complements the Om. Tat Sat. Allow that inner space to expand and refine awareness of the greater overself beyond the human construct of understanding in rationalization. You are truly an omnipresent intelligence that exists beyond the linear time of conceptual rationalization. Take quality time daily in self-observation. There truth shall find one in the full blossoming and awakening. Lovingly bring your full awareness easily back to your physical consciousness and notice how that physical body is replicating your directive in mind entrainment. As you deepen the breath, awaken those hands as you see fit, whereby you can, at your pace, place one palm upon the heart and one at the navel. And as you breathe, notice the ebb and flow that flows through the entire body instinctively. Send love to thyself. Send light to all of life. And recognize that full awakening shall find you at the appropriate time in evolution and distillation. Until we interact for our next practice, be kind to thyself. Hari Om Tat Sat.